Stampers. Today I'm going to be showing you something that was actually suggested from one of my customers, which happens to be my sister. And she was a little bit confused about how the wheels work. And I know I've had customers in the past ask me questions about that. So I just want to give you a quick rundown on what the Stampin' Up! Wheels and cartridges are all about. Basically, you have a couple different choices in the catalog on handles. You can get a standard handle, like this one, which is a smaller one, and it uses a standard size ink cartridge. The ink cartridges come in different colors, or you can get them uninked, where you can actually use the re-inker, the little tiny bottles, to go ahead and ink up your actual color that you want. But if you want to buy it in a color, there's many colors to choose from. To put these in, I'll show you the standard cartridge first. Basically, it has a little nib on the back here. And that little nib is going to fit into there's a thing that sticks out right at the back of the handle there. And it's going to go ahead and you're just going to put it in so that that little nib is going to go ahead and fit to the back of the handle. So you're just going to go ahead and push it in, and you're going to kind of feel it click or lock into place. There's a little door on here, and the door is just so that you don't get ink on your fingers. And then you're going to go ahead and put your wheel in. Now the best way for you to remember this is if you're right-handed and you have this up, whoops, that kind of flipped out. That normally doesn't do that. But anyways, the best way to do this is basically to just lock this in place. And if you're right-handed, you want the base of your stamp at the right side. If you're left-handed, you want the base of your stamping roller on the left side. So that's just the easiest way to remember that. So anyways, once this is in place, and we'll go ahead and lock this in again. And then you go ahead and just put your wheel in. And you give it a nice good shove, so it's going to really lock in tight. And then you remove your door. And you press this forward. And this is going to start applying the ink on your roller. Okay? So that's just backward. And then you just press it forward to start applying the ink. Always use a scratch piece of paper to start rolling your ink on rather than your project, because you want this to get nice and full of ink before you actually put it on your project. So that's the standard cartridge. The next cartridge that you can get is called the Jumbo. And this is the Jumbo Stampin' Around handle. Those have different size wheels, of course, because they're much, much larger than the standard size. In the catalog, you will actually see if it says Jumbo or Standard on the bottom of the stamp set that you're ordering. So when you're ordering these wheels, it'll actually say Jumbo or Standard, so you shouldn't get confused. And you need the handle. The handles are separate purchases from the rollers. Okay? So again, you can buy ink cartridges for the Jumbo roller. And again, these are much larger. And they go in exactly the same way as the other one. The little nib goes at the back. You just set it in there, push it in, and it locks in place. Okay? Same thing. If you're right-handed, the right on the base of the stamp goes on the right. If you're left-handed, the base of the stamp goes on the left. That's the easiest way for me to remember how to do it. These ink cartridges also come in colors, so you can choose those. Or you can actually ink it yourself, again, using the re-inkers. Or you can get what they call a 3-celled cartridge, which is uninked. Okay, there's no color, and there's actually little separations there so that each one of these can be a different color. So if you want to use Real Red on one side and Concord Crush and Daffodil Delight, you can change the colors in each one of these. And the reason that they've made these is because they have one more selection that you can use along with your Jumbo wheel. And with the Jumbo wheel, you can get something called Build-A-Wheels. The Build-A-Wheels are much thinner than the standard size wheel. They're about half the size, about a third of the size of the Jumbo wheel. And what's great about these is you can make little sayings along with little pictures and things that you can put all together. So how you do this is you actually have to order what they call the sprocket, and it actually is the sprocket and the spindles and the spools that go along with this. It's a little builder kit for your builder wheels so that you can interchange and do what you want with the wheel itself. So what I'm going to show you first is I've got a little birthday candle wheel, and so I know it's hard to tell on the actual video here. But say I want to do birthday candles. I don't want to have any sentiment in the middle because I'm maybe going to put a ribbon in the center of my card. So I'm going to go ahead and put one of these little spindles in there, or little blocks in there so that the wheel is only going to be on this side. And then I'm going to put a little happy birthday saying on the other side. So now you have no wheel in the center, but you have the two on the outside. And then you can put something in the center on your card when you wheel this. You've got a little sprocket here. That little sprocket goes on the outside. So that goes in. And then this, again, locks into the jumbo size wheel. Now if you wanted to use all three of these wheels, I've got like little flowers, I've got a happy birthday, and I've got candles. You can do that as well. And then you just don't need this little spacer in between. Or you can just do one wheel, do a spacer, your little candles or your little wheel in the center, another spacer, and your sprocket. So you have the versatility of doing this 3 different ways. Again, these all use the jumbo wheel. These cells are awesome when you have all these different cells colored different, because you can all do 3 colors all at one time. So that just gives you a little rundown. I hope it helps, and I hope I didn't confuse you anymore, but that's how it works. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.